This is what's amazing to me about this year. This era that just started last year is about to end. This is a 2-year era. Because the league's going to shift again after this year.
Yeah.
Right? But
just the boom that Steph creates.
As we were talking about in the last video, at the end of the last video, this is one of my favorite and your favorite NBA seasons of all time.
Yeah, facts.
There are some awesome highlights. The last Kobe Bryant season, right? He does his retirement tour, right?
Yeah.
And is able to put up 60 points in the last game, right? Huge game. Everyone remembers that. Golden State Warriors breaking NBA history with their 73rd win. No one had ever had single-digit losses in the NBA before.
Yeah.
And they just blew the doors off. They win? 25 straight?
Yeah, I think to begin with too.
Yeah.
So like I mentioned before, going into that, after that championship, a lot of people doubted them, and that's what fueled this. Like the Warriors becoming what they were was because everyone thought that it was a fluky championship and that they didn't deserve to be champions. So they wanted to prove like who they were.
Yeah, they dominated. They led the league in scoring by almost 5 points.
Yeah.
They were shooting the best.
They shot
the highest percentages, making the most. They're at the top of every single one of these.
Yeah, how many were they? The most three? Did they shoot the most threes too?
They shot the most threes per game by.
No, they made the most threes, but the attempts.
Yes,
they over the
Rockets? Shot the most threes. It was close, but
and they shot 42% from the 3-point line.
Yeah, that's the most by a mile. No one's even in the 40% range yet.
Yeah,
it's one of the greatest seasons of all time. There's really no getting around that. No matter what way you want to look at it, even though the ending is going to play out maybe not the way they want, as we'll see.
Yeah.
That's what's going on in the West. In the East, Celtics, Isaiah Thomas getting better, Avery Bradley, this team, a lot of young guns, just coming together after, their team was like totally deteriorated from the Celtics Nets trade, right?
Yeah.
You got Toronto, Lowry and DeRozan, right?
Yeah.
I'm giving you the.
Yeah, no, I know, but it's just like these guys always make me laugh. DeRozan was by far the most overpaid player that I've ever seen.
DeRozan is one of those guys that is just playing in the wrong era.
I guess, but when I saw he was making like 35 a year, I can't remember what year they gave him that contract. I was like, wow, that's the most overpaid shit that I've ever heard in my life.
It's just because he's. Look, this is the biggest reason why he'll always be in the wrong era. He's not a 3-point shooter, and he never will be.
Yeah,
it's not his game. He's a mid-range marksman, but he's not. He's just not a fucking 3-point shooter. And so that's why if you put him in the 80s, I think he makes a way different impact. But, last thing, you had a 67-win San Antonio Spurs team. I forgot to mention this from the West.
Usually, anytime you see a 67-win team, they are the number one team in the
led by Super Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, this is when Kawhi is starting to get into his own and becoming the star of the team.
Yeah, because they still have Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan. This is Duncan's last season, right?
Yep.
Yeah. 39. This is last year. 67 wins. This team's this is a forgotten about team. My opinion. This team is a fucking forgotten about team. But last thing, Miami.
Because they get fucking screwed against the Thunder. They didn't even make the conference finals because of it.
True. Wait, who? You're talking about the Spurs?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
The refs were fucking
Chris Bosh's last season, right?
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade got a decent Wade season. 19 a game is okay for this point. He's 34.
Yeah.
They were able to get Goran Dragic. They had Luol Deng, Joe Johnson. They tried to make a run out of it because I remember at the time people were saying maybe that it'll be Cavs Heat in the
Yeah, and they wanted
Eastern.
that. They wanted that a lot. I'm sure Pat Riley was hoping for that.
Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Freaking
But the first ever unanimous MVP in Steph Curry. Can't give it to anybody else. He made 400 3-pointers.
Yeah.
That's the most by like 100. And the person in second is Steph Curry from the year before.
Yeah.
It's baffling. This season is the greatest 3-point shooting season of all time until further notice.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
Because we're seeing some shit this year.
45%, 50, 40, 90.
Yeah.
No one had done it to this level of like shooting.
Yes.
At this point, because you bring up Larry Bird. Kevin Durant is the closest second.
Yeah.
But like Kevin Durant wasn't shooting jump shots as much as just Curry was.
Yes.
Like in his MVP season. And the 50-49 day is over when scoring over 28 points a game.
True.
Or 25 points a game, sorry. I think those are the only 3 guys to do it.
But we have all these guys, and I'm bringing up LeBron now, and not first, for a reason. Regular seasons, as you've said, he started to pull back heavily, right?
Mm.
When we look at his total stats, the minutes are starting to go down for these 2 years. This is why I bring up that the era is going to change again in the next 2 years, right?
Yeah.
He's got Kyrie Irving still on the squad. Kyrie Irving's putting up, he's still at that 20.
25.
No, he's not at 25 now. He's at 19.6 for this season.
Oh, okay.
And he only played 53 games. I remember this because he was going to make it to the postseason. Yeah. I know he came back for the postseason. But Kevin Love still at that 16-10. So basically just giving you that. That's what he is now at this point.
Mm-hmm.
He is the third banana. You're not shocked by this. JR is doing okay, giving you 30 minutes. So Mo Williams is back. Tristan Thompson giving you almost 10 rebounds. So they have pieces that are kind of working for LeBron, but he is coasting. And even in this shitty Eastern Conference, they still, even though I said they're coasting 3 times, they have won the East this year.
Yeah,
with 57 wins.
They would have been third in the West with that record.
Yeah. Yep. But by a lot.
Huh?
They would have been third by a lot, just like Oklahoma City's third by a lot.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but that's just the crazy part to me is like that's how bad the East is at this point.
Yeah, but that's also I don't know how fair that is to say necessarily when you consider that those two, like the Warriors and the Spurs here, are both at historic paces for wins. You know what I mean? Like you usually don't have this. Like you said, a guy who wins, when you win 67 games, you usually win the conference.
Yeah.
So
no, but the only reason I'm saying this is like the West is significantly more stacked than the East at this point. It's like a
totally agree with that
balance.
Yeah,
and like who's to say that the Cavs win 57 games if they were in the West? Like,
very true. That's a good point.
Like he couldn't coast. If he was in the West, he would not be able to coast like he was coasting.
It's a good point. That's a good point to make. But we're going into the postseason. The Cavs get the Pistons with the first seed, right?
This is another time in LeBron's career where he gets to dick on the Pistons.
Well, this is the most interesting part of this. Yeah. Look who's starting to creep up here.
Yeah.
Kyrie leading the team in scoring, right? Look at the field goal attempts. Does this look familiar?
Yeah. And this is why I say I just want to start creating this narrative now. The ungratefulness, right? We got to do it. I'm sorry. You have the best player in the league now it's not by far because people are actually arguing Steph Curry's better.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
They were literally. I thought people were insane thinking of it. I thought Steph this season he proved that he was the second best player in the league. To me, he was third because I thought Kevin Durant was always better than him.
Yeah,
but
and Kawhi had a hell of a year this year. He was second in MVP voting. There were people that thought, hey, there's this guy in San Antonio. He's taking over for Duncan. Look out. That was a thing. That was 100% a thing.
And so to me, you got for me, LeBron was the best player in the league.
Sure. That's the thing that I find so interesting about the MVP voting, which is why I wanted to talk about all those guys before I got to LeBron. Because I agree with you. I definitely think he's still the best player in the league.
Yeah. And I think, besides people who thought Steph was the guy, I think it was just one of those things where you have to create this, this enemy for the guy. Like I feel like it happened with Jordan, like with Clyde. Like it was obviously earlier in his career.
Yeah.
Like people were comparing, like for whatever reason, thought Clyde could be better. Like if Clyde had the opportunities Jordan's had, that he would have been just as good or whatever, or he is just as good, which was insane to people and to me. But same thing with the Steph thing. But you got this guy taking a step back and saying, "I'm gonna let you shine, young fella.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you some love, young fella.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you know that this is your team too, young fella.
Young blood."
And he ain't appreciate it.
Fucking
non-appreciative motherfucker. Fuck is we talking about here?
I am. We'll get. I still.
I just wanted to paint it a little bit, just like a little, just my little Pablo. Just had to paint the picture.
Picasso.
Yeah.
Let's see who did well for Detroit while I'm looking at it.
No one. We don't give a fuck about Detroit.
Yeah,
fuck Detroit.
Andre Drummond couldn't even get 10 rebounds. What the fuck kind of series is this?
Yeah.
Poor Andre Drummond. If Andre Drummond's not getting 10 rebounds,
and when I say fuck Detroit, I meant the team, not the actual city. Trick. You good.
All right.
Ross is like, I don't know who Trick is.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to move right on. Let's do this. So we're going. So Atlanta, once again, another full cock beatdown, right? The only game that was close was game 4. And let's see. Does LeBron pick up the scoring here?
The Cavs are just like, you know what? Like, we beat the shit out of you with just LeBron.
No, now it's all through. Now it's everybody going to work.
Yeah.
Finally got a Kevin Love series.
Look, Kevin Love took the second most shots in the.
I know. It's much more even.
Yeah.
Crazy. LeBron 24, 8.5, and basically 3 steals a game. And now everyone's like, okay, LeBron's still the best player.
Yeah.
You know, after this sweep.
Oh, I don't know about that because you got to remember on the other side of the bracket, you got.
No, I know that's happening, but I think people, especially pundits,
are looking at it like
pundits on television, were saying before this point, I don't think maybe LeBron, the East is easy. LeBron will probably make the finals, but does he really have a chance? But when you saw how he was starting to put these things together, and he makes his first visit to LeBronto here.
Yeah. Just dicks him down.
62%.
Yeah.
Versus the Raptors. 26 points a game, but 62%. We've seen nothing but sub 50% shooting series from LeBron so far. Yeah. He totally butt fucks them.
It was light work for them.
Yeah. Completely.
Seriously light work. Because you could see, like, we usually say you gotta look at the rebounds and the assists, and they're like pretty base. They were pretty basic for LeBron. Like in a playoff series when he's going hard, you got him over 10 rebounds, got you about 8 or 9 assists. He's chilling. He's fucking them up, just chilling.
Yeah, 61 for 98 is pretty crazy.
And this is when LeBron's all-time shadiness too. Like not this year he's been kind of shady, which I like, but in 2016. He heard all of those narratives that you were talking about. We were pointing them out with Steph.
Yeah.
after this series, he goes and they ask him a question about Steph Curry and winning the unanimous MVP, and he goes back to that 2013 season. He said, "If I should have been the first unanimous MVP." Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I should have been the first unanimous MVP if someone didn't just pick Melo for whatever reason.
Word. Don't even get me started with that bullshit. I agree with LeBron.
Yeah. But for whatever reason, LeBron always had something with Steph. I felt like he never could accept that people were even putting them in the same conversation.
Yeah, well, I'm sure. You got to think about how hard.
That's what I thought too. I'm like, I'm sorry. I like Steph Curry. Steph's probably the greatest shooter I've ever seen, but he's not. He doesn't belong. If you're talking about the greatest players on the planet, Steph Curry does not belong in the same conversation as LeBron James.
Yeah. You're saying right now, you're saying at this point.
At this point, like even I was like, Steph is not the best player in the league. Like he's just not. I'm not gonna lie. After that OKC series, he started making me, because at first I always thought KD was better than him until that series, and then that's what made me start questioning it.
Really, that's what you got out of this series? I think that's interesting that you got that out of this series. This is how I fell in love with Klay Thompson, was this series.
Klay wilded out. I remember that, but Steph, there was a fume like that. I remember him wilding on them. I remember KD tried to guard him, couldn't guard him. I remember that happening. Like, it was crazy. But obviously, we remember the freaking Game 5s and Game 6s from Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson went fucking insane.
But this is who LeBron is going to face, and I wonder if the Warriors already think in their head, damn, that Durant's gonna be a free agent. We gotta maybe we'll look at that, because the story goes it's after the finals, but I don't know. I find that shit hard to believe.
I think they said it was starting like in the All-Star game.
Yeah, because I remember the stories came out in the All-Star game. I remember Stephen A. started to say it, and then there was another story that came out that Jerry West was calling him all the time. Right? Yeah. Jerry West, you motherfucker. Fucking. But we're getting to one of the greatest finals in the history of basketball.
Yes.
LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, a full, healthy Cleveland roster, right?
Yep.
LeBron, historic numbers in a finals. 29, 11, and 9, basically. 2.6 steals, 2.3 blocks. This is some 2K shit.
Yeah.
That's some shit my player would do in 2K.
There, but we're good.
What?
I said it's 30 for you rounders there, but
yeah, for you, yeah. And basically,
and Kyrie, wait, time out. Let's not gloss over the fact that Kyrie is giving you 27, 4, and 4.
Hold on, we'll get there. We'll get there.
All right, I just wanted to. All right.
We got Draymond Green, who was fantastic in this series.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Right? But he only
noticed for whatever reason he only played 6 games. We will get into that.
We are going to get into that shit.
Yeah.
But let's go game by game real quick. So we got Warriors absolutely beating the dog shit out of Cleveland in game 1.
Yeah. Right? So I just wanna give like I wanna go back into a time machine and remember what I was feeling and thinking at this point. I had seriously months before this series happened, everyone knew it was gonna be Cavs versus Warriors. That was the thing.
It was building.
And I said to all my friends and anyone that would listen, Warriors in 5. That's how I had it. That's how it was supposed to be. That's how it should have been. And then we go through this series. Warriors beat the shit out of them.
Yeah. In game 1, they take it to them. LeBron, 42% shooting. Kyrie, even worse, 31% shooting. Kevin Love, they combined for a team 38%. Only 89 points scored. The ISO ball just isn't working. Yeah. Almost 11 turnovers combined from the big 3.
And the Warriors have like a lot of guys that could rotate on LeBron. You got Iggy, you got Harrison Barnes, you got Draymond. All are guys.
Draymond was. I mean, I'm just calling a spade a spade. Draymond was completely dominating LeBron James for a certain point in this series. Up to a certain point, he was dominating.
Okay.
Like, for LeBron to score 23 points on 21 shots in the finals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was not normal.
That's not fucking normal. And I credit a lot of that to Draymond Green with 16, 11, and 7 with 4 steals.
Yeah.
Like, he was great for them. And this was Draymond Green's best year by a country mile.
Yeah.
If
they would have won the series, I think Draymond would have won MVP easily.
There's a case to be made because as Steph Curry
we'll
only
get
11
into
points.
The Game 7 and we'll get into like the rest of the details, but
yeah,
for sure.
But Steph Curry 11 points in Game 1, right?
Yeah,
4 of 15 shooting, 3 of 8. People are starting to get mad about that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they still managed to come out of this game with a win. Sean Livingston played great off the bench.
Not to make excuses.
Yeah.
But this was something going into the series. Steph had a groin issue, right?
Yeah, he came back
Portland.
halfway through, right? Portland.
Yeah, he came back against Portland after he slipped against Houston in the first round.
And he dropped like 50 on them or something, right?
Yeah, he
40.
And I think he went to OT, didn't it?
Looks like it. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and he dropped. I think he scored like almost all the points in overtime or some shit.
Yeah. 40 overtime, 17 in overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, he smashed him up. But you're right.
Yeah.
That was he was coming into this hurt, but he still was putting together performances. That's
I'm not. I just wanted to like paint the picture because people who weren't there wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
Even 4 years.
But let's go to Game 2. So we're in Game 2. Hey, dude, you never know. People could just be like, LeBron's a Laker. I'm a basketball fan now. You never know how people's minds work.
Or you could get someone 20 years from now looking for film and trying to learn like we did with with Lakers and stuff, and with the old Lakers, like the 80s Lakers. We had to like go back and no one had this shit. So hopefully you guys appreciate.
This is a pitiful performance by Cleveland. 77 points to 110. Yeah. No one scores 20. LeBron, 19 points on 17 shots. Kyrie, 10 points on 14 shots. Holy fuck. 35% shooting. This is becoming a no contest by the end of this game. And look, another fucking great game from Draymond Green.
Yeah.
I don't think... Because let me tell you something about Draymond Green. If you've never seen Draymond Green play in his prime. He played angry.
Mm-hmm.
The angrier he got, and the more he felt like he was fucking with somebody else's game, the better his game got.
Yep.
He was the king of the chaos.
Yeah.
Like, he thrived in that situation. Because again, you're getting under 20-point performances from the rest of your team here, including the Splash Brothers.
Yeah.
So he's doing serious work for this team.
Yeah, because he's playing a big role in guarding LeBron. Both him and Iggy are playing the big roles in guarding LeBron, keeping him at 41%
100%.
from the field.
Yeah,
and then he's giving you 28 and 16. You said?
Yeah, he gave us
28 and 7.
Yeah, 7 and 7 and 5 assists.
Shot 62% from the 3-point line. Like that was totally his role, and he's shooting the most. He shot the most field goals too.
Yeah,
he was straight up wild. Yeah,
just playing great. That's gonna.
So then you guys understand why I'm gonna feel the way that I'm gonna feel soon. You know, we usually don't break it down game by game like this. We like to show y'all some love and stuff, but we don't break it down like this. There's a reason we doing this. I'm just saying.
So look, Cavs get their first win in Game 3, right?
Yeah.
LeBron finally fucking puts a game together. 32, 53% shooting, right?
Yeah.
Finally get some help from Mr. Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Who was just playing just as shitty as LeBron. Right?
Yeah.
just as shitty. It's iso ball or bust for both these guys. You know? And in this game, Draymond not able to get his shot going, right? Curry and Clay are still giving you those mediocre to below average games. So you're not going to win in that situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow, looking back at this is interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why Draymond went from shooting 20 shots a game to 8.
He probably just knew his shot wasn't there. And I'm sure LeBron was because LeBron was dominating on the other end. He's not getting the confidence. You know what I mean? He's a guy who plays with that. It's like I was saying.
Yeah.
So now, Warriors back on top. Get it done. Draymond, 9 points but 12 rebounds, 3 blocks, 2 steals. Curry finally gives you a game.
Yep.
Finally gives you a game. 38 points, 7 threes. Thompson with his 25. A usual Warriors victory here.
Yep.
LeBron 25, not enough. Kyrie was able to get you to 34 on 50% shooting. Both of them are above 50% shooting. Actually, I wanted to look at the fourth quarter of this game. Because fourth quarter, 29-20, LeBron, 11 points, right? They're just going to them in ISO situations now.
Yeah.
Pretty much exclusively.
They're getting smoked, right? Yeah. Oh, no. They lost by 11, but it was a tie. There was only a 2-point game going into the fourth.
Yeah.
They just away. And this is when the controversial thing happened.
So let's pull that up. Hold that thought. Yeah. Okay, talk me through it, my friend. This is one of your favorite moments of all time.
Can we pause this before we keep? Let's not go all the way through. All right. So going into this game, this series was Draymond Green had multiple incidents where he had
racked up many technical fouls.
Yes, he had 6. I think what is it, 5 or 6?
Let me get the official number.
Suspended with 7, maybe. Yeah, I think
7.
It's 7. Okay.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to look it up because I knew it wasn't 6. I was like,
yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was like 6 or. I remember it was like 6 or 7, but whatever. All right, so
get back to your story. Sorry,
so Draymond had 6 technical fouls going into this.
Yes,
he had kicked. What's that guy's name? The big tall
Steven Adams. He kicked Steven Adams in the
nuts. In the series before
with the Thunder, yes.
Yeah, so he had already had a history of technical fouls before this incident occurred.
Very true.
And my whole thing is we now that you could start the video. We go through the process of the video. You clearly see LeBron James walks over this guy's head with his nuts. Like, his nuts clearly touch his head, the back of his neck, and Draymond started chirping. And during the they'll do a slowdown, but during the process, Draymond, when he's trying to push him, he like aimed towards like his leg area, but it's, to me, what the fuck else is he supposed to do when he's on the ground? You can't really, like, you're just trying to like push the guy off, and it looked like he was like aiming for his nuts. So then he gets a technical. He ends up
replay's coming up right now.
He's calling him a bitch ass, right?
So he slams Draymond to the ground, then he steps over him, right?
Yeah.
Then he gets tapped, right?
Yeah. And like LeBron was clearly trying to like, look, he's even like wrapping him around. Like, LeBron clearly was initiating all of this shit, and it was smart on LeBron because he knew. I'm sure he wasn't doing this he's not a dummy. He's like, Draymond got 6 technical fouls. Let me get in one, and they were losing the game at this point because he pushes Draymond.
Yeah.
Puts his nuts on his head. He did the AI for Ty Lue.
And they're calling that 2-second tap of the nuts a flagrant.
Yeah. And I know
it wasn't assessed a flagrant in the moment. It was assessed as a flagrant after the game. After the game.
and I know you mentioned, Russ, that this was a history, like it wasn't a technical foul because of what happened. It was more so because he had a history of it.
No. That's not what I said. Let's make something clear as we go to this article. It's
Okay.
it's not exactly at all that was even a flagrant or whatever. But there's no way that the flagrants or technicals that he had gotten before that were all bullshit to lead up to that point. He shouldn't have been put in that position to begin with. That's on him. That's always the position that I've taken. Now, watching the footage doesn't seem like there's a lot there.
And if anything, if anything, and I was flipping out when this was happening. I was truly screaming. LeBron deserved the technical.
Right.
LeBron deserved at least a fine. Draymond got the technical, and he had a $129,000 fine.
Yep.
And it was and the main reason I think was because of the verbal, and because he calls LeBron a bitch. Yep. But after the word, you can clearly see LeBron calling Draymond a bitch ass.
Yeah.
Like we saw it. Like you could read lips.
Can I be honest with you?
What?
I will never forget when that dominated television media, like sports media, for like a week. I'll never forget Skip Bayless just repeatedly saying, LeBron was mad that Draymond said the B word. Well, it looks like you're acting like a little B word, LeBron, or some dumb shit that he would say. He'd always try to spin it and basically call LeBron a bitch at every turn. God,
yeah.
Skip Bayless is fucking the sports devil, but whatever. But go ahead. Sorry.
No, so my whole thing is that was a clear situation where the NBA knew what they were doing. They wanted a game 7. I'm sorry. You cannot tell me they looked at that and they're looking at it as we can make money off of this.
If you're telling me that this baby nut tap, because it is, in comparison to the thing that we saw with Steven Adams that was on your screen before, like,
mind you, like, do you think do you think I truly do think, like, if someone just walked on my head, I'm going to try to push them. Like, I'm going to try to, like, mush them. So, like, I don't think he was like, oh, I'm going to hit your nuts. Like, I just truly don't think that was his intention at that moment. He was like, bro, you just walked on my fucking nuts. He wanted to push him off. Yeah. And then when he you can clearly see, like, right after, he, like, goes up, and then he wanted to, like kind of mush him off, but he missed there, and that's why he, like, when you do the practice, and then he goes at it again because he wanted to mush him, because he was like, bro, you literally just put your dick on my head. Like,
look at this Muay Thai trip by LeBron, by the way. This is some high quality MMA.
No nothing. And you want to know why? It's because he's LeBron James. This is the type
Look at Draymond's face. I don't know if you guys could see it on your screens here, but Draymond's face is just like, oh shit, I'm going down hard right now. And he slams flat back.
And stuff.
Fucking wild.
Yeah. Like, he did not have to do that. He was clearly initiating everything. And LeBron doesn't even get a technical. He doesn't get a free.
I don't understand how both guys aren't assessed a T after that.
Huh?
I don't understand how both guys aren't assessed a T after that. And I damn sure think this is not a reason to suspend a guy. But he wasn't, like I said, if he had 5 technicals, right, he'd be playing in the next game, no matter what.
But
you can't say the NBA had a conspiracy the whole time. Like, did they take advantage of an opportunity? Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
That's my thing. I'm not saying that it was a conspiracy. That's not my argument. My argument is they saw an opportunity where they can make more money.
And let me tell you this, from a basketball perspective, as we were breaking down, Draymond Green's been fucking murdering it in this series.
That's what I'm saying. They're going, look, game 5 going into Warriors, that was the game. That's it. It's over. Like, everyone you just got smoked in game 4, you just lost in game 4 in your house. You were expected to get smoked in game 5.
Yeah.
You go into a packed Warriors house. They just won 73 games in the regular season. They beat y'all last year. They want to win another chip to show everybody that they deserve to be named the greatest team of all time.
Well, this is NBA history. 2 guys scoring 40 for their team, right, in the same game. And notice how Draymond, their biggest rim protector, right, that allowed them to get hot at the cup.
Yeah.
And then extend their range outward. You know what I mean? That happens for a lot of these guys. They get hot on the inside and then pull it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And another big thing during that series. So what happened was Andre Iguodala had to play more minutes, which led to him starting to get. I think he was having back issues towards the end of the series.
He played 41 minutes in this game.
Yep. Andrew Bogut gets injured in this game. Draymond's out.
And you're getting this from Harrison Barnes.
Yep.
Because it's a closeout game, so closeout Clay is here with 37, doing what he does. I swear to God, man, if he better come back and play, because people need to understand that he might be one of the 5 most clutch players to ever play.
Yes.
He is one of the most clutch, ridiculous. It's every single closeout game. This is a potential closeout game. 37. Shoots 50%. Hits 5 threes. Smashes it in your mouth. Like,
you want to know what's crazy?
He is a savage.
Am I
Thompson is a savage.
Like, I love the guy to death, but would you say Clay is clutcher than Kobe?
Oh, that feels like sacrilege right now to say. That's why he needs to come back and play more. That's why Clay needs to come back and play more.
My whole thing, the only reason it's hard to say that is because Kobe was always the guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he needs to,
and he, he was obviously clutch as fuck. But Clay, every big moment he was there, and he overperformed.
Yeah,
and so that's the only thing. Like,
a lot of these big moments, Curry underperformed, so they needed it.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, Curry, not for nothing though. Curry giving you 25, 7, and 4 is not that horrible. Like,
25 on 21 shots though is not great.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, and that's the whole series for him.
So, and then for the people who are probably looking at this and saying, well, they were up 3-1. It's not like they didn't have chances. Before these games were happening, I was saying it on Facebook what was going to happen. I swear, what I was trying to explain to people is you're giving the Cleveland Cavaliers an easy game in Game 5. You lose. Draymond Green is no longer there anymore, so you give a whole full-on you get to extend the series. You give them a bigger chance to extend the series, and that was the only game that should have been close. Then you have once they win that game, you'll then give the Warriors pretty much there's no momentum going into Cleveland. Cleveland, They were gonna get murdered. I expected them to get murdered in Cleveland, and it was gonna be a Game 7. And I swear to you, Russ, I said Game 7 is gonna be a 50-50 toss-up.
Yeah, but hold on. Let's talk about Game 6 real quick. LeBron, back-to-back 41-point performances, right? Still managing, because now Draymond's back, but he's cooled off, right? Significantly. Like you said, not shooting anymore, which is
and it's the momentum. Cleveland. They just beat Golden State.
Yeah,
they go into Cleveland. Cleveland is rowdy.
Yep.
They're at home. They got that home court advantage.
Yeah, it's fucking loud in that building too.
Yep.
Like you said, it's loud as fuck in there.
Yep. And they don't like Golden State. Like they just finished winning a championship at their house. They're not trying. They don't want to see that shit.
I remember.
And this is the type of shit. This is when Sue Surf says it turned 3-1 to 4 threes. This is what they mean. You know what it is to turn 3-1 to 4 threes? It's a double entendre while he's looking this stuff up. If you have bricks, right, and you got 3 1s and you split them to 4 threes, you're a great coke dealer. And that's what he's saying. Like, I just turned 3 1s to 4 threes. Like, the way you split that shit up is crazy.
Oh, shit. I know I'm wearing this stupid Miami sweatshirt, but I don't know. I wouldn't have gotten that one had you not explained it.
Really? Thank you.
But look at all these people are going fucking. It's a full house. It's rocking in Cleveland. LeBron's fired up. Huge dunks. Like,
Steph gets ejected from the game.
Oh, this is the he throws the shit game.
Yeah.
Fucking he throws the mouth guard into the fans.
And LeBron was bullying them. And another thing, I'm not even going to lie. Like, it was not only I sound like a huge hater right now, but I'm telling you the straight up truth.
Yeah.
They were letting Tristan Thompson do whatever the fuck he wanted. Like, he was grabbing people. He was like, he was bullying them.
Oh,
this is when LeBron slaps that shit and looks at him and says, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, LeBron was talking his shit. And this is what I'm saying. He never liked Steph. He was just like, get that out of here, boy. What the fuck is you talking about?
That is a meme to this day. That fucking with the side mouth and shit. Fuck out of here. Yeah, that's so funny. Look at his face. He speaks so loud the whole time. That's so funny.
He wanted him to hear that shit.
Oh, that was fucking sexy. That was a sexy lob.
That was fire.
But you're right. They are letting Tristan Thompson catch lobs and do whatever. Look at JR. He's got to look cute.
I wasn't saying. Yeah, I was saying the refs were letting him do a lot of shit. I was watching. Literally, me and my boss was talking about it. At that point, we were like literally saying, like, just watch Tristan Thompson. Don't even watch the game. Just watch him, and you just see him doing all rugged, dirty shit. Yeah. And I'm like, if this was the '80s, that would be cool, but that's not the '80s anymore, Papa.
But they managed to get it to a Game 7. Now you can tell me how you felt about Game 7.
Yeah, honestly, it literally was. It was exactly what I thought it was gonna be. Because Game 7s usually your ass is tight, right? You're not really on some shit. Like, you just trying to. It wasn't really like a super offensive game because usually you don't have a lot of splashes and shit in Game 7s. It's either a blowout or it's gonna be a tight ass game. That's what it is. And I did not expect it after the Cavs coming back from 3-1. I did not expect it to be a blowout. I thought it was gonna be a tight game, and I thought it was gonna be whoever at the end wins. Like, I was praying that the Warriors won. And Draymond Green played the fucking game of his life.
Yeah, he did.
He had 32 of 15 with 7 assists.
Mm-hmm.
He was wilding.
But this was very much an old school pace, an old school game.
Which literally that just made it more of a Cavs game than a Warriors game.
100%.
That's what the Cavs want. The Warriors wanted the ball moving, it to be a very fluid game. You can't, if you were just letting it be ISO, they were going to pick you apart. You have two of the best ISO players in the league.
Look at how long, it's going to be at 89-89 here for probably as long as we talk.
Yeah. They don't score.
It was a stalemate.
They don't score for 3 minutes straight. The next time they score is I think Kyrie's 3.
Yeah, that's it. That's why I brought that up. But I wanted to. There's a very famous play that's coming up very soon.
Yeah.
How did I put that past? I think I fucking passed it. But I'll just let it run. I'm gonna let it run. But
well, this is like 20 minutes.
No. The play that I'm in question is not 20 minutes from now.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So here we go. LeBron's doing whatever he can. It's defense, great defense, really, on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of sure, there's a lot of misses and there's bad offense, but it's really a lot of good closing out, a lot of frantic play, and just that's the whole game.
Yeah.
So LeBron, they come back with the chase down. Iggy, look at the space he's got. LeBron is here, right?
Yeah. Literally almost, from half court pretty much to 3-point line. That's about the space they got.
Because when he gets the ball, I want to see from the half court. So he's all the way back here, right? Iggy's here. They're basically at the same spot in terms of they're parallel to each other on the court right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because everyone says LeBron covers mad ground, but really, he's just running with Iggy step for step. He's got Iggy step for step, step for step. Now, the legend is that he put both hands up and both arms up because he was ready to block both sides of the basket.
Yeah, I think I remember him saying that.
That is why he has both hands up, because he's like, I'm blocking whatever the fuck he does. I don't give a shit. But that's going to lead right here to basically the last bucket of the contest.
Is that the greatest block in NBA history to you? I think it has to be.
I feel like if you were like gun to your head, you got to come up with a fucking block. It's got to be that one, right?
Yeah.
Like, it saved the finals. It's Game 7. There's no other, and it's to break this drought. But where does this shot rank for you then?
This shot to me?
Yeah.
I think it's third best shot ever.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I have it as third. The reason is
behind Ray Allen, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's Ray Allen first to me. Then it's Jordan second.
The last shot.
And Jordan is for like a multitude of reasons. It's like, because not a lot of people watch that film; they just know the shot. Jordan freaking what he did in that last 45 seconds was just insane.
Yeah,
he literally
with the steal on Malone, then brings it up, and then hits the shot. No timeout.
No. Before the steal, they go and he has a short. He went for the 2-for-1.
Yeah.
So he drives by and then does a quick, easy layup, scores. Very next possession, he gets the steal on Malone instead of fouling. Gets the steal on Malone, gets the ball, and then the shot happens.
Yeah.
Like that's the craziest sequence probably ever in NBA. Next to this is up there. Like it's up. Both of those are up there.
It went block.
The
jump
3-point and but like. Jordan's thing, there was so much finality.
Oh my god! If he hit that dunk, that would have been one of the best dunks of all time. If he had completed that dunk,
I think he was faking when he did this shit. Right?
I doubt it. Especially when you see it afterwards, you could tell about how he landed in the full extension. That like the way he extends his body over Draymond.
Like, fuck him at this point. I was so tight. I was so mad at that. I was like, it shouldn't even be.
I was rooting for LeBron at this point. Once he got past Game 6 and he made Curry freak out, I was like, good, fuck those little bitches. Fuck them. Because Curry was like a little like AAU baby type guy. Like that's how he came off in this series. I was like, this guy, he's a classic jump shooter. Like they can do it in the regular season all they want, and then the postseason, he can't fucking get above 50%. Like I was all hate for the Warriors once they couldn't get it done. Like once LeBron, because I was like, you're good. You guys are supposed to be the greatest team ever, and you're letting a guy put 4 of his teammates on the other side and just letting him do shit. That's the Cleveland offense. That's the craziest part to me, is they might have the greatest isolation offense in the history of the game by the numbers. Like maybe not by the memories, but by the numbers and the statistics.
Isolation offense?
Yeah, because that's their whole offense. It's not ball movement. It's not fucking. It's all Kyrie, LeBron, and
you cannot
drive
tell
and
me
kick.
That what just happened right there deserved all of that.
I think that's totally. I don't know. I wasn't in his body. I don't know his.
I know, but it's just like
I can't say.
Bro,
that
I didn't see no extension. I didn't see like it didn't. He felt like I don't know, whatever. But you saying that. You have to be comparing them to the Bulls. Yeah,
I would say that I'll take Kyrie and LeBron together over one Michael Jordan as a better isolation system. Like, because even the Bulls are more like Miami. You know what I mean? Like, I think the Bulls in Miami, in terms of like transition to scoring,
really good defense.
Their defense was good, but they had a historic offense. Like. It was hidden behind the fact that, the Warriors had done their 73, whatever. But they were putting up serious points per game. They were doing, and especially once they got to this run, literally everything in desperation mode from Game 5 on is isolation scoring.
Yeah. But
against the best defense in the league.
Yeah. Now after my LeBron hate, and honestly, I really do think the NBA helped them here.
Okay.
But besides that, this is one of his greatest achievements. And I think it's one of the great, like, you just look at this, it's like, you just beat a 73-9 team that was rolling.
This is what made him an automatic top 5 for life.
Yes, 100%.
He'll never be any less than top 5 on anybody's list now forever.
And this is what at this point is when I finally questioned it, and this is what has me now saying I think he's better than Kobe.
Yeah,
like this was fun because it took a lot. Because you heard me like just the season before, I was like, you fuck you, like you wasn't gonna you 2-5 whatever. And then he did this, and this is what made me think because. I truly do not believe if they were down 3-1. One, I don't think the NBA would have helped Kobe like that. But two,
you don't. Let me refer you to a little thing called Game 6, 2001.
Yeah, they like Shaq though. I don't know if they like.
Oh, Kobe. Okay.
Yeah. But
okay, continue.
But who the fuck wanted to see Sacramento versus the New Jersey Nets?
Hey, dude. Sacramento has a lot of the things that this Warriors team that we're looking at right here made even better. Like the ball movement and all that shit.
Sure, but they weren't. No one.
But
cared
irrelevant to that.
Yeah,
I get your point.
But I just wanted to go. I truly do not think that Kobe could have beat this Warriors team in these circumstances, and I think that's what made me feel like. You gotta respect it. Like he won this, like even though some bullshit happened, he still had to. He put 41 2 straight games and had a 30-point triple double for you had to respect. And he had
and
the greatest.
Not only that, while wearing t-shirts, not even in the right jersey, they're wearing the long sleeve shit that nobody liked, that nobody fucking liked. That shit always had me dying. But no, this is something that we've talked about off camera, but I'm going to ask you about it now. Any other guys that you can think of in history that would have been able to do what LeBron did?
I truly do think Jordan could have.
I think if it's at a Game 7, 100% Jordan could have.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If it gets to Game 7,
if it was at a Game 7, I would put Kobe in there. I just don't think Kobe could have done it for 3 consecutive games.
Right. I don't necessarily disagree with you.
Yeah, but I think Jordan could have because he could have done what I've seen Jordan do, what LeBron did for like in terms of like the statistical and played the defense and the offense and like done everything. I don't know if he would have been as great of a leader in that situation. That's the only thing is like the leadership kind of like LeBron led the shit out of this team. Like the shit he said.
There's no
like I remember like seeing it afterwards. Yeah. Like and he said like we got him like they scared. I think he said they scared as fuck.
That was at the end of Game 6. Yeah.
Yeah, like I know Jordan would have thought like that, and because we saw Jordan with the bat and everything, like I could have totally seen Jordan doing that. I just don't. I feel like it's tough. Not a lot of players. There's a handful of players. Maybe Magic, but the defense that LeBron played in that, like I don't know if Magic could have.
But also, this is the thing that all these guys we've named, when they're in these situations, they have better head coaches than Ty Lue. Yeah. No offense to Ty Lue. I don't think Ty Lue is a terrible coach. But
that's the top 10 all-time players. All of them have better coaches than LeBron James.
That's the biggest thing for me. That makes me think I don't know, which makes it MJ, because I think 98 MJ did this for the most part, carried a team and slowed the game down, made it about his pace. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That series against the Jazz, he did a lot of the shit that we see LeBron figure out in this Warriors series. Now. I don't know.
You don't think 93 MJ would have done it? I think at 93 MJ would have done it easier then.
I just don't know who 93 MJ is without Phil Jackson. Who's that guy without Phil Jackson?
What about 98 MJ? You don't think 98 MJ?
I say the same thing about that too. Okay. I'm not sure. And that's what comes back for me is that at the end of the day, we're not totally positive LeBron isn't just coaching the team and like calling shots. Like I'm sure Ty Lue's there, maybe giving words of encouragement and just
we thought the same thing for Eric Spoelstra though, and we see Eric Spoelstra as a great coach right now. Like
I understand that, but behind Eric Spoelstra, there's Pat Riley just in case.
Yeah.
Like, who's LeBron got in Cleveland? LeBron. That's about it.
Yeah.
And Kyrie. None of these guys have more experience than LeBron. None of them. And
that is one thing. One thing he has on his belt that no one else could even like come close to. And I mean, the nice part, the only thing about what MJ could say is, "I never had to." That's the only thing he can say, and it's true. Like, I never even seen one. Like, I don't even know what a Game 7
is.
Like.
What is that? Game 7 in the finals?
Game 7 in the finals? Oh, man.
I don't know what it is because I just fucking massacred all the people I went against so easily.
Yes.
Even the Jazz, when no one was on my team, I just, controlled the pace of the game. But that Game 6 in 98 and this Game 7 here in 2016, very similarly played. They were played in a very similar fashion.
Yeah.
But LeBron James gets the finals, his third ring, his third finals MVP.
Yes.
And
he becomes one of what? I think think there's only Magic, MJ, and him with 3 finals MVPs.
Sounds about right.
And multiple MVPs and 3+ finals MVPs and MVPs. I think it's only him. And Shaq would be in there, but he doesn't have that.
Well, Bill Russell would have been in there too, 100%.
Yeah, if they counted. Yeah, if they counted.
If the award wasn't named after him because he was so great. But
yeah,
fucking. Look at this fucking sweaty piece of shit. You better be sweaty after all the shit you talked. LeBron will never win a championship.
LeBron not even listening
to a fucking championship.
Right. He's like, I don't give a shit about what you're saying. I'm out of here in 2 years. Like
fucking Dan Gilbert. But this season,
Cleveland,
this has got to be one of like you said. I don't know for sure. I can't say with certainty that anyone would be able to have done what he did. What you said?
I said that dude right there with the ugly ass glasses, ugly as fuck. I'm sure those glasses cost.
I'm pretty sure that's his son, but okay.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid ass nigga.
Fucking
fuck your son, Danny.
Doris Burke in the mayhem, but
little Danny, dirty motherfucker.
A fantastic achievement, and we are about to change eras yet again.
Yes,
as something is about to happen in the parking lot of the Oracle Arena as this is happening. That will change NBA history forever.
Yeah. Someone is crying and on the phone right now with the second best player in the world.